Okay, double and half angle formulas. Sine of the original addition formula turns into, I'll just leave a little space for the cosine one. How do you get 2 theta? Oh, that would be theta plus theta. So we just shove in theta for both alpha and beta. It's a banana plus a banana, or an ananab. 2 ananabs. So there's the sine double formula. Let's look at the cosine one. Okay, I'm going to write down 2 variations on this. If I take and turn sine squared into 1 minus cosine squared, notice that it doesn't cancel because it's minus minus. So negative sine squared is negative 1 plus cosine squared. So and also, if I changed cosine squared instead, I could get everything in terms of sine squared. Okay, so we're going to use that formula twice for the half angle formulas. So, first off, I'm going to use alpha over 2 instead of theta in the those last 2 varieties of the cosine double angle formula. Okay, so cosine of 2 theta is 2 cosine of theta okay, so I'm going to solve for cosine of alpha over 2. And notice the left-hand side is cosine of alpha. So add 1 to both sides.
Put in the squared sign when I get to it. Oops.
Finish solving for alpha over 2. Let's see. I'm going to solve for cosine squared. Cosine itself is either plus or minus depending on the quadrant that you end up in. So, okay, so second formula. And we solve for sine squared. Notice that this is still just cosine of alpha. All right. Subtract 1. No, I'm going to switch all the signs first. I'm going to say negative cosine of alpha is negative 1 plus 2. That way when I divide by 2, I don't have to worry about it. Switching the signs again. Okay, so add 1. And then divide by 2. Okay, so let's actually use these rules a little bit. 270 to 360 is fourth quadrant. Sine is negative, cosine is positive. So cosine will be positive when we do this. How do you get cosine? Well, you can draw the picture. You can also just use the identity now. Cosine squared is 1 minus sine squared. Okay, so cosine theta is square root of 5 over square root of 9.
Positive in this quadrant.
The half angle, if theta is between 270 and 360, we just cut everything in half. And this is the second quadrant for the half angle. Okay, sine will be positive. And cosine will be negative. Okay, sine of 2 theta. That should be easy enough. Sine was given to me. And we just figured out cosine. How do you multiply a whole number times a fraction? Yeah, stick it in the top. So
Multiplication goes straight across. Addition's the one where you need common denominators.
doesn't matter which version of the formula for cosine I use, because I know cosine theta and sine theta. I'll use both.
Did I write a 2 there? That should be a 2/3, not a 2/2. Oops. Pardon me.
Okay, sine of theta over 2. So this is second quadrant. Positive. I'm going to emphasize that by saying positive square root. Cosine was root 5 over 3. Oh, this is horrible. Let's just multiply everything by 3 so at least it's not a compound fraction. Don't forget to multiply the bottom also. Okay. Cosine of theta over 2 is the same thing except with a plus sign underneath and negative outside.
Because it's second quadrant.
Okay, well, there you go. Square roots of square roots.